Today, many of us are wearing red or have a special pin on.
I have the pin.
To remind everyone about the importance of heart health.
The issue is especially critical for women whose heart disease may go undetected until it's too late. Talking about knowing the signs with Kathy Lovett-McKeever, who is also Mrs. New York. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So let's talk about this campaign. It is one that we are honored to have folks on our air each and every year. It is really important to at least start the conversation. So let's do it with a bright color like red.
Yes, absolutely. I think, I was one of the 44% of women that didn't know that heart disease is the #1 killer in women. And what I also didn't know was that it's estimated about 90% of those cases can be prevented through healthy diet and exercise.
So what is it about this day when, both, not just women, but women and men are all wearing red to raise awareness? Why is that so special?
We want to just make sure that everyone knows that they can be a part of that statistic. So, getting your health checkups and sticking to that exercise, even if it's just 20 minutes a day, walking through your neighborhood.
You get to interact with a lot of people
Yes.
in your travels and in your duties as your crown, obviously.
Mrs. New York.
Yes, exactly. So I'm curious, like, what you hear, because this is one of your things, right? So what do you hear when you're traveling across the street, when you're talking to women or men about this? Because this is that thing of, let's have a conversation. Let's start that talk.
Yes, well, and I think that being a Bills fan too,
Nice.
right? My passion is about CPR education.
Oh, good.
So I think a lot of people don't know that women are also less likely to receive CPR, and that's based on the female anatomy. People are a little bit more hesitant to jump in and start those chest compressions.
Wow.
So that's been a lot of the conversation, is people wanting to jump in and learn, because it really only takes 30 seconds.
What is it about CPR and heart health that wanted you to get involved with the American Heart Association?
Yeah, so I have actually been a CPR instructor for 10 years, but there was still so much more that I didn't know until we saw Damar Hamlin collapse on the field, until I started meeting more survivors and realizing that, I met a stroke survivor that was only 18 years old.
I mean, and so those statistics all over the place. And we also talk about this quite a bit too. Since Damar Hamlin collapsed in Cincinnati, there has been this tremendous conversation about, first of all, what is, comiocortis and those kinds of things, different types of heart ailments. It's like the entire country all of a sudden got this heart education, and also how to save someone. So can you talk a little bit about the importance of that sort of national movement, Damar Hamlin, the Bills, what you're doing across the state? I mean, that all lends itself to this big understanding, a greater understanding of people about heart health, right?
Yes, it's just about keeping the conversation going. And a statistic that I actually learned today was that of the 100 women that go to school for a STEM field, right, only 3% end up going into a STEM field.
Wow.
So that's another thing we should do, investing in our youth, investing in women in STEM, and pushing that and thinking about the future so that we can continue that conversation.
Maybe if anyone at home right now, they're watching this, they realize maybe they didn't wear red to work today, or they want to get involved in some way. What is the best way they can do so?
Well, our next event is coming up, the Go Red for Women's Luncheon. That's going to be Tuesday the 25th at the Hyatt Regency downtown, 11 to 1:30, and that'll be a huge fundraising and awareness event.
How can folks get tickets to that? How can they find out more information about that event?
heart.org /Go Red for Women.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Heart.org/Go Red for Women. And if there's any point of this that you missed, you can certainly head to our website, WIVB.com. We'll have this interview clip for you as well.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join us and talk about this really important cause. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.